Well, hey everybody, 650 Eve here. Welcome home to the channel. As you can see, it is the middle of winter here in Cleveland, Ohio. So I pretty much can't ride any bikes today. It's only 15 degrees Fahrenheit outside, but I thought I'd bring out one of my favorite bikes, my 2023 BMW M1000RR. Give us a nice walk around and talk about why this bike is so special and significant to me. Fire it up so you can hear it roar, and also tell you that this video is sponsored by our good friends at Insta360. We have 3 different cameras going for this video, and they're all Insta360 products. We have the BMW Motorrad Insta360 X4, which is an amazing 360 cam. It records in 8K. Today I'm recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. It's just awesome. Paired with it, we have the Insta360 GPS preview remote, which is really awesome. Shows you what you're recording and allows you to control the camera. Super amazing. In my hand, I've got the Insta360 Go 3S. This is an awesome little tiny mighty camera, I call it, because it has Dolby Vision. It records in 4K also, and it's just so versatile. You can remove the little tiny camera from it, and now you can do all sorts of cool things. And look, it even shows you what it's recording from the display when you remove the tiny guy. So I love this camera. And on my helmet, I have the new Insta360 Ace Pro 2, which has the widest field of view out of any action camera, 157 degrees of view. And let me show you how that looks when I mount the M1000RR. That's awesome, because now I can get a nice view when I'm riding of the complete handlebars, the gauges, everything. That is so awesome. So you guys are going to be treated with some awesome footage this coming riding season 2025. Thanks to our good friends at Insta360. Links to all of these cameras is in the description of the video, but we're here to talk about this bike, this machine that our good friend Toprak Razgatlioglu won in World Superbike in 2024. This amazing machine. And my bike, guys, is not much different than the bike that Toprak rode and won his title, his second World Superbike title last year. That is awesome bike. And thanks to my good friends at Motul, I am going to attend a round of World Superbike somewhere in the world, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll get to meet my good buddy Toprak Razgatlioglu and get him to sign maybe my airbox. I'm going to bring this with me. My airbox cover. Be so awesome if he signed it in the blue section. And so leave a comment, guys, right here in this video in the comment section on any question you want me to ask our good friend Toprak Razgatlioglu when I see him at World Superbike. It's going to be epic. But let's walk around and take a look at this beautiful, beautiful machine as I set my Go 3S right up there. It'll stay put. That tiny camera, by the way, can be detached, and you can like affix it to like your body or whatever the heck. It's really awesome. It's magnetic. It's really cool. That's an accessory from Insta360. Link in the description. Look at this bike. All of the parts, 100% of them, has been supplied by our good friends, longtime channel sponsor and very good friend, Miami Manny at Moto Million. And I love what he's done. He always has a vision of how he wants these bikes to turn out, and he has always knocked it out of the park every single time. So I have a lot of faith in what he does. He decided to upgrade the braking system on my machine, replacing the stock brakes with Brembo brakes. Those are nice calipers from Brembo, and it also has an RCS Corsa Corta 19. Awesome, awesome. Oh, this is actually a Corsa Corta 17 master cylinder on the bike, and you can see it has a full Uline suspension. Up front we have the gorgeous gold. That's always a way you guys can tell if a motorcycle has Uline's suspension or not, because they typically have those beautiful gold forks that are almost covered by the hatchets on this machine. Now, this is of course a 2023 model. The rear brakes are also Brembo. You can see that over there. And the rear shock is also Uline's. Looks amazing. I get so excited talking about this bike, but they have changed it for the 2025 model year, and Toprak will be riding the new bike, which has somewhat larger winglets, which is totally cool. I like it. But for some reason, they're using a little less carbon fiber on the 2025 model. So for that reason, I like my 2023. They did enhance the engine, of course, to give Toprak more power so he can smack down those Ducatis and R1s and other bikes in World Superbike. But yeah, I really like the way this bike looks. Miami Manny sent us a full 6 carbon fiber fuel tank. This is 100% carbon fiber, guys. Amazing. It doesn't leak. It doesn't smell. It's just an amazing fuel tank, and we had the M logos put onto this fuel tank and clear coated over so that they'll never get scratched off. We also have a full 6 carbon fiber subframe. These are some of the things, guys, that make my M1000 unique and make it different than other influencers and other people that you might see around the interwebs. Another thing that makes my bike different is I decided to put these BMW Motorrad rondelles on the valve stems here for the tires, and I think that's a nice touch. I mean, when you look around this bike, my mission and Manny's mission was, when you look around this bike, you can discover different elements every time you look at it. We have the DBK clear clutch cover in blue. Yes, that is our oil inside our Motul 300V that, you know, I had to warm this bike up, so it's just warm inside. Super cold outside, so that's why it looks like that, guys, okay? That is exactly why. We have carbon fiber frame covers. This bike has 100% blue Pro-Tie bolts, and I think that's amazing. Even on the front hatchets, which they no longer use on the 2025 model. That's another reason why I like this one, because you can see the hatchets, the brake cooling ducts, all the carbon fiber. Miami Manny even included a fantastic carbon fiber air intake. That's awesome. It was a pain in the butt for our good friend Zach the Master Mechanic to install, but it looks amazing. You know we have to put the Rizoma stealth mirrors, not the imitations. You can always tell the knockoff or fake, or what's that word they use, the Italians use? I have to think of it. The fake. Come on, guys. Somebody's typing. Type it right now in the comments for the word Fugazi. You can always tell the real from the Fugazi. The Fugazi mirrors are a lot larger than these, and they're not made from premium aluminum. They look more like plastic. They suck. So you guys don't settle for imitation stuff. Make sure you get the right gear for your motorcycle. As I look into the lens of that beautiful Go 3S. This is my first time using the Ace Pro 2. I have been using a competitor's action camera for my entire YouTube career, and I'm so excited to switch over to the Ace Pro 2. This camera has the absolute best nighttime imagery you can get. We're using the pure video mode, and I'm so looking forward to do that. My first trip is going to, of course, be to Miami, where I'm going to make a nighttime video, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I'm in the planning stages of right now. The theme for my nighttime video is going to be Miami Vice, so stay tuned for that. Okay, we've talked about this bike. We've walked around. I think it's time for me to start it up for your audible pleasure. So, yeah, let's do that. I love this little camera. This camera is like my little buddy. Love the fact that I can flip the screen up. That's another advantage of having the Ace Pro 2 is it has a flip screen similar to this one, so you can see what you're recording. That is very useful, especially for a vlogger like myself. Awesome. Now, this is not a cold start. As I mentioned before, I warmed up this machine because I want to give it some revs so you can hear the pops and the crackle that it makes. I think that sounds outstanding. And It's such a windy day here. Not only is it cold, it's super windy. So if I didn't have my helmet on, you guys would probably look at me like you're a goofball. Wearing a helmet, you got your visor closed. I actually mock people for doing that, but I actually have a reason to do it today. It is so windy. If I wasn't sheltered from this wind, the wind would just destroy this session. Speaking of that, we do have the accessory wind muffs on the X4 camera. Be sure to get that, guys, because I've heard a lot of people complain that they think that the X4 doesn't have crisp audio, and that's only because they're not using these guys right here, these wind muffs on both of the mics. There are 2 mics on this little guy. So make sure that you actually get that accessory from Insta360. It comes in a pack of, I believe, 6, and that is going to kill out most of the wind noise. And speaking of that, the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 actually has a wind muff on its forward-facing mic, and so it sounds amazing when you ride a motorcycle with this, because now you can hear the audio of the bike, and if you have a mic attached, as you see I do right here, you can also hear the person talking through the mic and the bike. And it'll show up as 2 separate tracks in your production, and you can decide how much of each track you want to use. If you want more of the motorcycle, you can raise that up. If you want more of the annoying person talking all the time, you can raise that up too. That is why, guys, people wonder why I made a complete switch. All of my cameras are now Insta360 products, and these are the reasons. Back to the motorcycle. It is nice and warm. It's time to give it some revs. I personally think that sounds amazing. I love the sound of that Aero full titanium exhaust. That's a full exhaust system. Removed is the catalytic converter, and now you just have an awesome sound and beautiful colorway changes of the blue. All of the blue on this motorcycle is a complete match. I tell you guys, I absolutely love this bike. And all of my motorcycles have seat covers from our longtime channel sponsor, MOTO. They just look absolutely amazing. They're super comfortable. They add a certain level of elegance to an already elegant machine. Everything just fits in nicely, from the quick release fuel cap to the red steering stem nut. Everything on this bike, the red Rizoma brake reservoir to the blue stylus brake bleeder valve. Everything plays along very nicely on this motorcycle, and that was done by design. We always use our good friends at New Raid Cycles fender eliminator. That's what we're using for right now, and it always looks nice. Integrates the tail light and the license plate onto the machine. Chain and sprockets are from our good friends at EK. They're 3D chain. Oh, how can I forget, guys? We also have a carbon fiber kicking stand. Very nice, along with the Alpha Racing quick shift and auto blip unit that has a green LED light on it, letting you know when it's activated. We have Samco blue hoses with the red line coolers. I think for once I've finally gone over this bike in complete detail and probably not missed much this time around. Such an awesome bike. So stay tuned, guys, as I continue to test out my Insta360 awesome camera gear. Again, link to all of it is in the description of this video. Amazing camera gear. Look how the sun is setting on our beautiful M1000RR. Such a beautiful bike. Stay tuned, you're going to see a lot more of it. Of course, this machine has factory carbon fiber wheels. can see it right there. Just a beautiful bike. Everything plays along with it very nicely. All right, folks, thanks for viewing. We'll catch you next time on the 650E YouTube channel.